It's not working. Going red,
What's it say?
yellow. There we go. Yep. What's going on this morning?
Uh-oh, it might be the line going out is sucking up all the bandwidth.
It might be.
We're live.
We're live?
We're good. Yeah.
We're not live here. All right. I'm sorry. Two old people on the couch here. I'd like to welcome you and thank you for viewing the video. That was a train wreck. My thing is blinking, so tell me if we're not live. Buddy, tell me if we're not live. Okay. I did not do the intro. Let's go. All right. I am Debbie, and this is Mark, and my light is going nuts down here, going yellow, red, blue, all kinds of colors. So I don't know what's going on. So anyway, hopefully we're live. Somebody tell me when we're not live. So I have Mark here. Mark, speak up. He is live with me via Skype.
Via Skype. Now, is it working? I don't know.
They tell me it's working. They tell me everything. Everybody tells me it's working. Hello, everybody in the chat. I'd like to welcome you. So I'm glad you're here. I'm glad Mark's here. Oh my goodness, the things going on in this world are just nuts balls. Nuts balls. Nuts balls. There we go. My timing's a little bit off. So anyway, everybody forgive me. I got too many things going on. All right, Mark, tell me what's going on.
I'm on the road again. We're trying to use this technology. Maybe we need to go with that new fiber company that came to town so we can have better upload. Because right now, I'm seeing the show, which means it's taking the bandwidth away from the show. So that might be why we're having a little bit of difficulties, but let's hope it all starts working a little bit better here. Yeah, it's crazy out there. I just want to say one thing to get started is after all that's been going on here with the press conferences and everything else, there's three scenarios. Either the people are so like IQ-wise, I don't want to say stupid, to know that this has been going on forever. That's option one. Option two is they're brainwashed by the mainstream media. They had no clue. They don't see what we see. But we predicted this a long time ago, that he had cognitive issues. Or three, they're blackmailed and they have to go along with the scheme, or else they're in real big trouble. There's your three scenarios right there. Do your own research. Don't just go with mainstream media. You might know that all this stuff is going on out there.
All right. So before we get out to news, we're going to go back to an old segment that we used to do, which is Furry Friends. So let me see if I can find Furry Friends again. I had Furry Friends for... Oh my gosh.
Come on,
I'm
Debbie.
trying.
Pull it together.
I'm trying. Furry Friends.
Hang through the beginning of the show, people.
All right. So we have Cane Corso Girl's Soul. So, and it was sent in by Gary Walker. And so this is a beautiful puppy. He looks so in charge sitting there, all big and bold. And so, yeah, so that's great. So,
yeah, he looks proud.
Yeah, he is a proud dog. He looks like a good puppy. He looks like a really good puppy.
Like he likes to take that big giant head, right, and just lay it on your shoulder, like whenever you're laying down.
He looks like a good, he looks like a really good puppy. Really good puppy. So that's Furry Friends. So send your furry friends into twooldpeopleonacouch@gmail.com and we will get them on the show.
Thank you, Gary, for sending that in.
Yeah, precious puppy.
You know me, I love. Yeah. That's the worst part about being on the road here is I don't get to see my puppy. Well, and you, of course, too.
Yeah.
But it's almost like I'm here. I feel like I'm part of the show, and we're just talking to each other. So it's working out great.
It is working out, huh? It is working out great.
Well, did Karen and Fred tell you about Ned?
No. What about Ned? Tell me about Ned.
They gave him the credit card again,
Oh
right?
no.
Our producers gave him the credit card. He's trying to infiltrate the Bohemian Grove right now. And this is a place where, like, governors and presidents and people all went to these meetings just coincidentally before they were thrust into the presidency and stuff. Lots of them.
Yeah.
You have to go to become something in the the big cabal that's running the show, man. You have to go to these weird
Okay.
campouts.
Well, I hope that he is able to penetrate it.
I think by the grace of God, Ned will be okay. I just have a feeling.
No, Mark does not have a shirt with his name on it. He's got his work shirt on it, and yes,
Oh,
yes, it's I have messages coming up, so I'm sorry, people.
it's hard to read the chat and do a
Well, I'm
show at the
like,
same time.
well, and then I have messages coming up saying that my feed went down and back up and all that kind of stuff. So it's really discouraging. All right, so let's get out to some news because we're going to talk about Biden. We're going to talk about everything. Oh, the first thing I want to talk about is the hurricane that hit down in Houston. And all those poor people down in Houston don't have power. And because the news media is taking up all the news outlets with this Biden kind of Trump presidential race thing, they're not even reporting on other news is going around the world. So something is up with that. So there's a lot of people without power down in Houston, a lot of people with damage down in Houston. Prayers for little Frenchie, prayers for Lazy Days Ahead. I know they've been without power. So yeah.
Yeah, it looks, and the bad thing is I have all this solar now, and the bad it's a good thing I have it. But the bad thing is if I'm out on the road, you got to set it all up, and that's going to be a bad phone call.
Yeah.
You know, I was thinking it would suck because I really like seeing the show coming back to me. But if you did mute, if it gets bad, you could try muting your video coming to me
Oh, okay.
on
Okay.
Skype,
Okay. Yeah.
and that might you'll still have my
Mhm.
audio, but just kill your camera coming back to me, and that probably will
Yeah,
speed
probably so.
everything back.
Probably so. But so anyway, yeah, so check out I did a unboxing video for Mark's battery. So go check out
Yeah.
that video if you have a chance and if you haven't checked it out. So anyway, so he has somebody else that he's supposed to reach out to about doing some sort of review. So we're excited to get some reviews now that he's on the road and not here to do them. So it's great. It's really great. So anyway, let's get out to some news. All right. Why is that up there? Oh no.
Oh, did you not update
I
all your
didn't update all
slides?
my slides. I did not update all my slides.
How is that possible,
Well,
Debbie?
I downloaded them and then I didn't upload them. I don't think.
Oh my
Unless I
goodness.
didn't do it at all. So, anyway, you talk, Mark. Talk, 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 talk. You talk. Tell us some things. Oh, oh, TJ. Yeah. Really? Tell them some of the big flubs on. I'm sure everybody knows the big flubs, but tell them about the big flubs.
Corrupt the government is, and this fake Biden's just playing a part in this whole scheme of things. Who
Yep,
knows?
that's the. All right, I got the news. I got the.
All right.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry, TJ. I don't have the bandwidth to have Mark up here and everything going on. So I hope everything comes back and that we can keep on going. All right. So there is Alex Baldwin and the Rust case that he was in because somebody got shot on their stage while they were filming a movie. So 3 years later, they have found him innocent, or it's been dismissed. They haven't found him innocent. It's been dismissed because of withholding evidence. So it's complete embarrassment to the prosecution, experts say. So there you go.
Well, you know, it's it was either probably just a sad accident, understood and everything, but still, people have to be held accountable for tragic mistakes. I mean, that's just the way society works. So, but it's just funny that this guy here gets off, and then Alex throwing a couple more words, Jones, you know, he said that something might have been fake and it hurt some people's feelings. Well, that's his opinion. He's allowed to have it. But just because of his opinion, he was, sued 1.5 billion, billion dollars, like something ludicrous. So what's the justice system right now? It's in a mess.
It
And
is.
love it or hate it, it
Mm-hmm.
just doesn't make any sense why some people are being prosecuted while
Mm-hmm.
other people, this guy goes off scot free and he had it in his hand.
Yeah.
He was the producer. He was in charge of the whole movie.
Mm-hmm.
And, oh, well, I guess you can do that. I guess you don't have to really, really care about making sure your crew is fine anymore. Just, you know, you can have big mistakes like this and nobody gets, punished. There
I'm
you go.
not sure
But
if when you're like doing a movie like this and you have guns on the set, what are they even allowing? Like any kind? It should be like off limits. No live ammo on the set. It should be like
The,
a no go for safety.
all all the union members split from that scene a day before, saying it was unsafe.
Hmm.
So you know, kudos to them. They knew something was going to go down, so they split. So yeah, TV ain't worth dying over. I
No,
know.
it's
I'm
not.
in the TV
It's
business.
not.
It's not worth dying over.
I know, and the armorer was found guilty of manslaughter, so she took the brunt of the guilt for this whole case. So, and she's just a young, crazy. Well, not well. She's just a young girl that's
She's
kind of
crazy.
out there. That's kind of out there. So, anyway, she
No,
didn't know what she had walked into. I don't think, because there was a lot of stories floating around behind the scenes on this one with the girl that got shot.
well, her Facebook page and Instagram or whatever, just she was into some really demonic stuff, pentagrams on her, shirt. And like I said on our shows back whenever this was in the news, you mess around with the devil, bad things are gonna happen around you. Well, she's in a lot of heat right now, and wasn't maybe necessarily, you know, preaching for the right guy. That's all I'm gonna say about that. See, I got the armor of God on, and maybe bad things might happen to me, but I know deep down I'm gonna be taken care of.
Yeah. Yeah, TJ, you're right. Yeah, he did hire her and he had confidence that she would do her job and she failed at her job. She definitely failed at her job. So I just don't know how that happens at all. At all.
Just, I don't know. I hate to say it, but the whole thing seemed like a setup to me. It was just so loosey goosey. Even the people left there,
Mhm.
and didn't work there anymore, and it still persisted. Like, I don't know. It's just, it
Yeah.
was either people are really stupid, like I say, or they, you know, are are corrupt and evil, and they knew something was going to happen. I don't know.
Yeah.
Call me crazy,
Yeah, yeah.
or they wanted it to happen. Who
Yeah.
knows?
So, 10 billion passwords have been leaked on to a hacker site. Are you at risk? So, AT&T had all their files like hacked and all their passwords released to this hacking firm. So it's kind of a big deal, very bad for people and their passwords. So it's bad. So beware of any kind of, if you think anything is up with your logins and stuff, then change your passwords. So that's all I got to say about that.
It's a good thing I'm cheap, right, Debbie?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Cricket is a subsidiary. I mean,
They use the
okay,
towers.
so they use the towers, they're not the same as.
I'm hoping.
I'm hoping. I'm
I'm
hoping.
hoping.
Yeah. So so let's get to the press conference. Okay? The the press finally got a chance to question Biden and President emerged mostly unscathed. That's what this headline reads. I'm like, are you crazy? So while he was still at NATO doing a little introducing Zelensky, he called Zelensky Putin, um, just like point blank. And and now here is President Putin instead of saying President Zelensky. And he turned around and then he realized his mistake, one, which would be good, or two, somebody in the background said, "Ooh, you said that wrong. You said Putin." Said it's Zelensky. And he turned me around and he said, I mean Zelensky. So, for all the people in the chat, do you think somebody that was in behind him on the stage clued him in on the fact that he said the wrong name, or do you think he knew that he said the wrong name? What do you think, Mark?
He probably caught it maybe, but here's my take on all this: is okay. You have, you know, the other side wants to eliminate Mr. T from running. From they're doing whatever they can to keep him from running, right? And and I'm the opposite. I think, like you would think that, oh, I'd be furious. Like, I want Biden out. I'm more for the people deciding. Let's let him go all the way up to the election. And I'm not saying take him out of the election. I say keep him in the election. We're going to win on policy. We're going to win on uh, doing the right thing. And they're afraid of that. They're petrified that they have a guy that wants to stand up for the people, us. So, what I say is don't look. They're probably mad at me. All the left is probably mad at me because I'm like, I, let's let them duke it out. Let's have them, run the elections and may the best man win, and let the people pick who they want. Don't let the politicians take out my guy and not let me vote on him. I don't want the politicians to take out the Democrats people. I want us to vote on it. What do you think
Yes.
about that, Debbie?
Yeah, I think that's great. And yes, I was reading the chat instead of listening to what you were saying. But yes, I agree with all that. Sure. You could have thrown in everything. So Ginger, yeah. See, I'm like, one way he does have his mind because he realized it right away, turned around and said it, right? The other way is somebody told him that, and therefore, no, he doesn't have his mind because it is just right out of his mind. And I'm like, people are like, "Oh, well, people mess up all the time with names." I said, and I'm like, "Yeah, people mess up names all the time, yes, but they don't have the button to the nukes. The people that are messing up names don't have the button to
Yeah.
the nukes like Biden does."
Biden would be like, we need to attack China. Oh, wait, no, Russia.
Is it too
It's too
late?
late.
Is it too
Maybe
late? Uh-huh.
maybe he catches it, an hour later or something. It's too late. But I'm just joking around. I'm saying I mess up names all the time, but I'm not president either.
Right.
And if I went up and I talked and I said everything wrong, I probably wouldn't get elected
Right.
because people would be like, I know he probably knows what he's talking about, but he's not a good speaker. If you notice, most presidents are good intellectual speakers. Not only are they smart, but they can say it to the people, in a professional way.
Yeah, you have
Obama,
to have yeah, Obama was an amazing speaker. For all his
yeah,
things that I
yeah,
didn't agree with, he was an amazing speaker. He could speak.
smooth talker.
Mhm.
He could smooth and tell everybody why they're wrong and he's right, even though I disagreed and I would
Yeah.
be yelling at the
Mhm.
TV screen. But he could articulate himself pretty darn good.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. Yeah, I wish we had a fair voting system too, Christine, but I don't think that's the case. I feel like it's just totally broken. I feel like all everything is just I feel like everything is just like corrupt when it comes to our elected officials. So, the other big gaffe that he made during the big boy press conference, that's what the White House was calling it, the big boy press conference, is that he said he had total faith in his vice president Trump. So, Trump
yeah,
immediately latched onto that and put it all over as his Truth Social. So there you go.
and he didn't catch that either.
No, he
He
didn't
didn't
catch that at
catch that
all.
one.
That
That's
one
a
he did
doozy.
not catch at all. Well, there was nobody
That's
on stage to catch it for him.
like I say, I mess up names all the time, but I don't think I would get Kamala Harris and Trump backwards. I might
Yeah,
say like Clinton or Hillary or something
right.
like that, right?
Mm,
Somebody that's a female that is actually on the same, Democratic ticket,
mhm,
but to totally say, I mean, the guy that you're actually running for,
right.
that he says he's running because the only reason why he's running because he's got to stop Trump from getting in. Boy, he's a bad orange man, right? And then I said the name, but Mr. T's running. But you mess that up with his name and say my vice president is the guy that I'm actually running against. Yeah, you're dimensional. Okay,
Yeah,
you have Alzheimer's, dementia, whatever you want to call it, but it's okay. I That's just from my personal, experience of watching the guy. I knew it before he ran last time.
yeah. I
I
knew
knew
he
it.
was already had dementia and
We
was
saw this
already
stuff.
in decline. He had people standing in circles so that they were 6 feet apart at rallies. So there wasn't any people at his rallies hardly at
Right.
all.
The whole thing was
Yeah.
just to hide this guy.
Hmm.
That's my personal opinion. I put it up on Facebook. I said that whole, C, throwing a couple more words, V, flu, whatever you want to call it, was just to scare everybody to. So you didn't see what this guy was, and to hide it so he could get into office. So they could keep it close enough to throw in those extra ballots, if you know what I mean. Wink, wink, extra ballots. Keep it close enough they could pull it off, and they did.
Hmm.
Kudos to
They
them,
did.
man.
They did.
They pulled it off.
Yeah. So Russia immediately fires back also at Biden over Putin comment at NATO summit. I mean, Putin's not even in NATO. And so he's like, that's absolutely unacceptable because Putin knows. He's like, this is the man that can can like can nuke me. Okay.
Right,
He's like,
right.
no, this guy should be nowhere close. I hope they have that button uh hidden from him. I hope that button isn't anywhere close to this guy. I really
All
do.
right.
And again, I'm not. I think it's unfair what they're doing to this. I think he needs to be taken care of. I think he needs the best care in the world. I think he should be enjoying his time and being close to family and everything. And they're putting him out here on this stage and making him do all these events and pushing him as hard as they can. And I don't think it's fair to anybody.
What I don't get is, you know, these corrupt politicians, he's been in forever. And he's been lying forever, right? And he's been pulling off all these, you know, what what I don't understand about these people that are corrupt is once they're in the mob, they can't get out. Like they can't retire. They have to, so they get all this money and they want more money, but yet they really are living in fear of not having their money and getting kicked out at any second. They have to keep the scheme going and going. I mean, it must be. So I don't really feel too sorry for them. I mean, because you put yourself in that situation to where you have to, you know, try to stay high in the mob boss family, or else, you're useless, to them. So there you go. You wanted all that, money, and you got it. You wanted your babysitter, you got it. That you live with it, okay?
Hmm. Yeah, I understand, Jennifer. I understand. Okay. Yeah, everybody seems to think that Biden is a joke, and I'm sure I've heard that the people that were at NATO were thinking he's a joke too, but he's doing exactly what NATO wants, so they don't care that he's a joke. So, um, it's very bad. It's very bad right now.
I'll, I'll throw out the white hat scenario, which, boy, would I like it to be right, but I'm sure it's not. But is that this is all just a stage to wake people up. There's supposed to be a big event coming. F and, throw in a couple more words, F and FF, if you know what I'm talking about. A lot of people are saying maybe Monday, July
Monday.
15th. A lot of these remote readers.
Hmm.
Now, this is getting wacky, people. I'm going down the rabbit hole here.
Okay.
The remote viewers say that something crazy is going to go down the 15th. Now, these remote viewers, they're only told a couple things, and then they all come up, they do their remote viewing, and they all came up with the same thing and the same date. So, I don't know. Is it true? I don't know. But something like UFO, Project Blue Beam, or something like that. I know I'm going down a rabbit hole. Just bear with me for a second. I got to throw out the crazy, along with all the, the normal stuff that's out there. So, that they got this as a whole show, trying to wake people up to show how great, like, you fell for all this. You actually believe the mainstream media that this guy was good and he's bad. See, you've been being brainwashed. We're waking you up by showing you that. And then this other event, I don't know if it's from the good people or bad people. They're all duking it out, right? But something weird's going to happen. And maybe July 15th. Keep your eye open for July 15th. If you see crazy stuff in the sky, it's fake, people. It's not real, okay?
Project Bluebeam.
Sit back. Yeah, put on your armor of God
Yeah.
and just say, That's, if you see an alien coming at you, just say, you're fake, man. I don't
I
believe
don't
it.
believe. I don't believe you're here. Yep.
Okay. Let's get back to the
Okay.
real news. That's the
So, at
fake
the end of his first
White
press
Hat.
conference since the debate, President Biden says that he would only consider staying in the race if he was told there was no path for him to win. I don't
Yeah.
feel like that's right. He said he would only step down if there was no. Yeah, I don't know. And then he
But
whispers. He
yeah,
whispered throughout that whole press conference. He did that creepy whisper that he does. He did no one's saying that. Yeah, that creepy whisper that he does. So, and
I
then there was a poll that came up. Hi, a dude and a dog hiking. Good morning.
welcome in.
Yeah. Stick around for 5 minutes. You'll probably be a moderator. So, yeah. So, but he did that creepy whisper. And then a
Yeah,
poll did come out. There's one poll that's out that says that he's slightly ahead of Trump. So,
sure. Okay,
yeah.
let's again. I want him to run. I want him. I'm all for it because I don't know. I think they really wanted the Republicans to oust him, and then the Republicans would look like the bad people, like you forced them out, blah blah blah. But nobody did anything, right? They just let this guy talk, just like Trump did during the debate. He said, "Boy, I'm not going to really hit you hard. I'm
Right.
just going to let you
Right.
have the mic, and and you're going to help me win." You know, I think that's what the Republic, the white hats are doing. Just say, yeah, we're all for him. We're back him. We believe him that he's not, dementia. He's fine. He's great. Let him run. You know, make the Democrats have to do the switcheroo. And so the Democrats are going to have to do the switcheroo. They will do the switcheroo. And then people will be second guessing the whole system after that. So that's a good thing.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'd rather him. He should just stay in and run until the very end because I
Yeah.
think that Trump will win over him. Definitely. I think if they put somebody else in, Trump will probably struggle. So, anyway, hey, I'm like, why can't we have somebody that's not 70, 80 years old running the country that is a little bit younger, a little bit, but all them, they don't let anybody that's not corrupt run the country. And they're
Well,
all puppets at some point. I mean, Trump
like they
was
say,
even controlled. I know, I said it.
like Trump already made his money. So they can't really control him. But all the other people, like people that are starting their own business and are successful, they want to make millions of dollars, right? Don't blame them, right? But you, if you run for polit, as a politician, you're only going to make 200 some $1,000s a year instead of millions a year. So who's going to want to give up their life to go do that? And then for these politicians to be making millions, well, they're doing it because they're doing corrupt.
Right. They've been in
you
forever.
know?
They have been in. And
So
as far as I
good people don't
know,
run.
Trump's intentions are good. I just don't know for sure. And I don't know. So,
Until he burns me,
yeah.
I'm all in on him.
Hmm.
His policies were great the first go around.
Yeah.
Did everything or tried to do
Right.
everything
Yeah.
the first time.
For me, I'm a conservative. I am a conservative. I believe in conservative ideals. So I'm not ever going to be um on the other side. It's just not going to happen. I'm just conservative.
I'll give you my other Trump scenario, and I've said this before in the past, is as much as Trump loves money, he loves being popular. He likes to be the guy that is doing stuff and everybody talking about him, saying, hey, we love Trump, His rallies, he just feeds off that, right? He's got a big head, okay? So a guy like that ain't gonna like throw all the American people under the bus and then be hated, you know what I mean? because he likes his ego. If he could be the president that came in and straightened out the whole country and be loved forever, I mean, that's what I think that's why I like him a lot. I think he really wants to do good for the people, just to be, super loved by everybody with his big head. That's what I think.
Mhm. Yeah. James, I know AOC is a card all her own. She is a
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, that's how. They get in there and then they get kickbacks. I mean, they're sending all that
Listen,
money to Ukraine and it's getting worse. It's
he,
getting worse. I think Trump does love America. I do think that. I really do. I do. I do. I hope that's the truth. He seems to put out my values more than the other side. So let's keep going.
listen. These people are approached. AOC, she's a bartender. She's struggling. She wants the good life. But she's just sitting there doing, a menial job, kind of like we were janitors, right? And then all of a sudden she's approached, or she says have some aspirations. Well, if you do, all you gotta do is say this, and push this agenda, and help this company, and we'll take care of you. We'll fund your elections and everything. They go, okay, sounds good. Next thing you know, you're stuck with AOC, and she'll be there forever. She'll be 80 like Pelosi before she gets out, and she'll be doing her corrupt stuff
Yeah.
the whole time. And people will be stupid enough to keep voting her in there as their New York City just crashes. But there you go. All
Yeah.
right, carry on.
I like how TJ put it, and that's a good analogy right there. Trump is crazy, but he loves America. That's probably the best way to describe it. I think he is a little bit crazy. Has he done nutty things? Has he done kind of questionable business dealings? Probably. I think everybody does. People that you don't think would do. So,
Yeah. Did he
um,
try to secure the border? Yes. Did he
yes,
lower my taxes?
yes.
Yeah. These are proven facts, people.
Hmm.
And was the world a pretty safe place while I was in? Yes.
Did he make my Supreme Court more conservative? Yes.
Yeah.
And Biden is bashing that Supreme Court, man. He is not for that Supreme Court right now. He wants to
Listen,
oust them. He wants to get rid of them.
they they had the scale tipped their way for 40 years. So
Yeah,
tough. Just the way life goes.
yeah. So
It's
here's
my turn.
here's every Democrat calling on Biden to drop out of the race. So I'm just going to put these up there real quick. I'm not going to read them or anything. If you want to see who they are, then you can pause the video later or now or whatever. Okay. 22 Democrat lawmakers have formally called on the president to exit the race. So right now, there's been 22 of them, and here is the list. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. I meant to go full screen on it, but that didn't happen. So that's the full list. All right. So anyway,
Well, you know how we got locked down? Because of Tom Hanks, right? He said he got it, so we all had to stay in our little cages, right? Well, now George Clooney says he's got to go. Well, he's gone. These these Hollywood Supremes always get their way because they're part of the deep state. So whatever George Clooney says is going to happen. So they'll do the switcheroo. But
yeah,
I
they
just
will.
think
It's
it's.
just a matter of time. I just don't know I don't know what the struggle is. I don't know. And
But what's
I think it's all a
what's
show because I think they're keeping us from knowing stuff that's going on, like overseas in the conflicts that
oh
are
yeah
going
yeah
on,
yeah
or something else
yeah
is happening that's bad. The banks are failing. Something. They're distracting us from something important.
oh yeah you're totally right. But just remember, don't don't listen to doctors or anything else. Listen to Tom Hanks. Listen to George Clooney. They know what's best, okay?
Hmm. Yes, absolutely. All right. While Biden fumbles at the podium, Kamala Harris is doing her best at playing presidential, if you can believe that. So
Good God.
here we have Kamala Harris. And here's the thing. And I think they would put her out there, if she becomes president, once she's president, they're going to say she can't be president because her parents weren't um, U.S. citizens, and she's going to be in all kinds of legal conflict throughout her whole presidency. It might be a way that they get her in as president, then they get rid of her, and then they switch all the players around, which we've been saying was going to happen for a long time.
Like I say, if it's the cabal's plan, what a brilliant plan. Because then what they'll do is the double switcheroo, and they'll be able to take out and put in somebody that was totally unelectable.
Yeah.
It's a brilliant plan.
Yeah.
I mean, and we'll sit back and go, yeah, we saw this coming a mile away, but whatever,
Yeah, it does seem that way. It's a brilliant, like, Hollywood production. I just don't know. I'm not sure why you would allow that all to happen, but I know that's one of the rabbit holes that you go
let's
that
hope
they go down. I know it is.
That's the only hope we got.
Yeah, it's the only hope we got. Yeah.
An incredible plan by the good guys. But I live in the real world too, so I'm hoping, I'm not counting out any plan. And whenever it happens, if it does happen, I'll be like, wow, hey, this is incredible. And I heard about it, and it's real. Or else, it's just hope for us to think that way. I don't know. I don't know. So I'm not saying for sure any of these plans on the evil side or the good side. Or all I know is God wins at the end, to be honest with you. So I'm not too worried about, like, if the bad people get in, I'm going to say, well, that's God's plan for now. I'm okay. He'll take care of me.
Yeah.
I'm not stressing over it. Like, some people are stressing. Like, if Trump wins, they think it's the end of the world and all this stuff, right? Where I'm like, if somehow Hillary Clinton gets thrown into presidency after all this is done, I'm not going to be happy, but I'm not going to lose any sleep. I know that God's going to.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all in God's, plan.
Yes.
So
absolutely. I mean,
it's crazy.
Yeah.
But
it is crazy.
I'm hoping
but
God is.
Yeah, I have more faith in God than anything else. I mean, my only faith is in God. So that's.
I'm hoping God's tired of being mocked. You shouldn't mock God. No. And they've been mocking him bad, and it's about time for him to open up a can of whoop ass here soon. I think
soon. So, Lila, yes, I heard that Matthew McConaughey is going to get into politics. I did hear that. She said she would vote for him for president. So, yes, I did hear that.
All right.
Yeah. Hey, Scott Slinger.
Listen, he gave a speech. He gave a speech at the beginning of Texas football season, like 2 years ago or whatever. Gave him a pep speech. And they were abysmal that year. I'm just saying, I don't know.
Lila's asking you what you think about putting Matthew McConaughey in office.
No, just no.
I like to listen to him talk.
Like, he'll start, like, twisting something in his fingers like he did in that Cadillac commercial or whatever.
Yeah.
I like driving Cadillacs.
Yeah. Yep.
So. Now, I wish I had his face.
Yeah.
The guy can walk into a bar and probably pick up any girl he wants to.
Probably so. Okay. If Biden loses the election, a lot of Democrats will go down with him. So that's what they're really worried about. That's why, like, states, like people that are running in state elections for the different states are worried that it's going to cause, like, not only are they going to lose the presidency, but they're going to lose the House and the Senate. And that's what they're really worried about, is that they're going to lose the House and the Senate.
The cabal's panicking right now.
Yeah.
If you notice, there's a lot of people freaking out right now. I mean, they're like, oh my gosh, we just need him to get reelected one more time, and things aren't going good. I think there's a lot of people just panicking out there, and hopefully they'll, take care of business here, and everything will start getting good, and we'll start cleaning out house. Let's hope so. Let's
Yeah,
hope that's
let's
what's
hope.
going
Let's hope.
to go down, because they're losing maybe control of the media. They're losing control of that narrative. It could be over
Okay.
for them. Go ahead.
How the White House hid the truth about Biden's decline from the world. Well, we knew he was probably too old to run in the first place. So to
He
think,
say
yeah,
he
so to think he was going to run the country.
he had gaffes galore
Yes,
on the first, whenever he was running for president,
right.
and he was like true massive depression, or he said in one word, and I don't know what he said. He said this weird long thing that I couldn't even repeat if I went. We knew this. We tried to warn our friends. We tried to warn family. We tried to warn anybody that's just been watching mainstream media. This was the case. And I mean, what's bad is he's messing up so bad now. Even the people, his own people want him out. And people still look at me and probably say, "You don't know what you're talking about. You're just a janitor, or whatever."
Yeah.
And I've been telling them all along, yeah, the
Mm.
guy's got dementia. Anybody, and I'm not smart. I just watch I watch other sources than mainstream media. We
Yeah.
knew this a long time ago.
Yeah, the only reason why I think that it is Biden is because if they had a fake Biden, surely he wouldn't be making so many gaffes and he would act like he had his faculties. The person that's out there doesn't act like they know. They act like they have Alzheimer's and
I think we're
disconnected.
buffering.
Yes, we are buffering. Hopefully, I'm back. We're reconnected. Yeah, sorry guys. Sorry. We'll have to not let Mark see the show next time.
Yeah.
Okay,
You could
Democrats.
mute mute my video
I
up
don't know
there.
how.
Go ahead.
How do I do that?
Just go,
Do I just turn off my
under
camera
Skype.
on
Yeah,
Skype?
just yeah, that's it. Just block it off. Mute it. All right.
Okay. All right. So, um, Democrats block the SAVE Act in Senate, leaving the door open for illegal immigrants. Oh, yeah, it's really going nuts now. Yeah, it's really going nuts now. Worse now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. So, aw, thank you, Scott. So anyway, so here we have that and this is probably what's going to happen is they're going to let illegal aliens vote in the election. As sad as that's going to be, because they don't know what America stands for. You have to be. I mean, I'm sorry, you have to be American to know what America. It'd be like me going and voting in Saudi's election, right? I wouldn't know the culture, the values, what I was voting for. Am I down?
Why don't you, Debbie? Why don't you go ahead and turn on the speaker? The desktop audio, right? I'm gonna drop off, and
Oh,
let you
call.
handle the show. Yeah, and I can call back in. Just throw up the
Okay.
number there,
All right. I'm
and I'll
gonna
call in.
throw. Okay. Bye.
Bye.
All right. Sorry about that, guys. Um, Crazy the tech with technology. Gonna call in, so I'm gonna go ahead and just put up the marina because we're almost out of time. So hopefully that will help. I don't know. Maybe they're doing maintenance today. Yeah. Hang on. He's gonna call in. I'm gonna go to marina. There we go. All right. I still have a picture of him. How come I'm not on the screen? I think I got rid of the wrong thing. There I am. I did. I put him in the wrong spot on the on the clips. All right. There I am. All right, he's going to call in. All right, there we go. There we go. All right. The number's up on the screen and everything. And so anyway, I can't tell you what the rest of the news is now because yeah. No, I just my internet is not hanging in there today, and I don't know. I think maybe they're working on the lines, because it doesn't seem to have helped. Not that he's not on there. I think it's. I think it's. I think it's Cox Cable doing something today because I still am having trouble. So, but it's been a good show. I. It's weird. It's really weird. I don't know if he's going to call in or not. He might not know the number. So, anyway, so what is everybody in the chat? What do you think? Do you guys think that Biden will drop out, or do you think that he will stay going? Oh yeah, everybody's. Uh, I love everybody's opinion. Yeah, everybody. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. All right, here we go. Hi, Mark. Oh wait, I didn't turn on your audio yet.
It's
Okay.
Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. It sounds like they're doing maintenance again or something.
Yeah, because
Or
it's still going nuts.
Yeah, it's just that thing that we get every once in a while from this cable company.
Oh, people say that their shows.
Yeah. Why don't we just tell everybody we're going to bail out of this show?
Okay. All right. So, somebody else is calling in. Probably to tell me that it's not working. All right.
Okay.
Okay. So anyway, so should I say bye?
Yeah, say bye to everybody.
We're going to end the show. I don't know what's going on with our internet, but I think they're doing maintenance or something on it. So anyway, until next time, remember, do your own research and be prepared. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I was trying. We were trying.